calm down. Hello everyone, welcome to our Gorgie Farm apiary. This is the first of weekly videos on setting up new apiary and the life of the bee colony from nucleus to full-blown fast-fetched honey production. It's a beautiful scenery out here. It's a gorgeous location and our bees are doing very well. I have brought them in last Friday just to settle them, and today we're gonna open the boxes and have a look how they're doing, what's the progress of their life, their work, and what's next in their life. Those are 5 frame splits taken from our Falkland apiary. They consisted of 3 frames of brood in different stages and 2 frames of food. So what we would like to see is queen cells, which means that the bees have managed to find appropriate eggs to draft new queens, which will hatch in a few weeks' time, mate with the local drones, and start the proper colony. So let's get into it. We have a smoke with us, which is not necessary with this type of bees. They're very mild and calm, very docile. And let's start with this one. And by the way, we're gonna organize a competition for naming of our colonies. So submit your ideas how we should name those 2 hives, and then we will choose the winner and announce it next week. Seamless transition. Box number 1, yet to be named by you guys. Okay, this is a food frame, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I'll try to keep the angle right. As you can see, this is the honey that we brought from the last colonies, and this is the fresh honey that the bees managed to gather over the weekend. And bear in mind that the weather in Edinburgh wasn't the best, so it seems like there is quite a bit of food around for them little girls, and also we can see fresh bee bread that they've managed to collect. Let's move on. Wowza, very good. As you can see, all of the frame is filled with honey. The bees are very mild, very polite, not getting upset at all. The same here. There we go, full of honey. This colony will do very well in this placement. I think that the Gorgie Farm will become a honey-rich place. It's wonderful. Let's see what's going on other frames. I'm gonna move them aside. We don't want to upset any of our little bee sisters. So this is a frame of capped brood. So that's the last stage of bee development in its life. We can see some larvae here as well in these batches, and some queen cells, and this one is capped. So it means that the bees have taken their best smelling egg and drafted a new queen. Let's hope she will hatch very soon, go out on her mating flight, and come back with a lot of sperm to produce even more beautiful bees. And here as well, on the other side of the frame, you can see a lot of larvae. Let's hope that the camera will pick it up. And as you can see, the bees are already working on the larvae to prepare it to be capped and then produce even more bees. So queen cell in this case, very good news. We're super happy. And let's see what's going on the last frame. Now, this one is packed with bees. As you can see, there is even more capped brood, which in a week time will hatch out, and we're gonna have even more bees in this box. So probably next week we're gonna start moving them to a larger container. The bees have managed to develop some larvae as well from the eggs, and they're gathering, okay, let's hope I'm not gonna drop it, they're gathering stores for the future development. And on the other side we have some test queen cells. They haven't filled them with larvae yet. Okay, and again we have beautiful brood pattern, so that's always something to be on a lookout for, and few drones as well, the bee boys. They will hatch probably before the queen, so there is a chance that our queen will mate with our own drones, which is always good because you want to preserve the mild and polite nature of our bees. Sorry for the sound effects, but there are some works going on here as well. Playing back together, so the little bees are not gonna get upset that we mess with their household. Cover them up. Welcome back. Now on to box number 2. Both of those nukes come from our apiary at the Glen Eagles Hotel, where some of the colonies became so large that in order to prevent the swarming, we had to reduce the amount of bees, and we created those 2 nukes. The another reason why we use those particular colonies is the mildness and politeness of the bees, which is very important in such a setting as the Gorgie Farm, which is full of visitors, and we don't want any, you know, grumpy, aggressive bees to sting the visitors. So we're gonna give them a little bit of smoke just to let them know that we're gonna open the box. And wowza, this one is full of bees. So here you are, ladies, so you're not gonna get upset. You have to remember that they're still queenless, so at this point there's no queen pheromone in the hive. Even though they're mild, they're scared now because they're missing their mother. So it's important that we don't do any sudden movements, but also that we smoke them a little bit in order to prevent the fear pheromone spreading. So let's have a look inside. We're gonna gently move the frames around, create more space for taking them out so none of the bees will get crushed. And let's start here. Oh, this is heavy and very, very nice. So obviously we don't have any fresh eggs because there isn't any queen here, but again we still have a bit of brood to hatch out if we're lucky. Yes, we're lucky. There is one bee hatching out right now. So a bit of a close-up. There she is. So, oh, she's coming out. Let's hope she will manage. Yes, almost there. Come on, little one. Welcome to the Gorgie Farm. You can do it. She's chewing out the wax capping in order to free herself. And as you can see, none other bees are helping her. That's the first threshold for a bee. She has to hatch on her own merit. And come on, little one, you can do it. You can do it. Beautiful, there she is. Welcome to the world. And as you can see, she immediately starts her nursing duties, which is cleaning the other cells so the future queen can lay some more eggs. The bees are welcoming her, giving her a bit of a nudging, and she immediately started working. That's what you call a dedication. So as you can see, we have fresh bee bread being stored here as well as honey. And let's have a look what's going on the other side. Oh, and we have a queen cell. So there we go, better light. Our camera lady Gabrielle is giving me a slight nudge. So they've drafted a nice yet little small queen cell and already managed to gather a lot of bee bread around. This is very important for the development of a young colony, to have a very reliable and numerous sources of pollen. This will be the source of protein for the new bees when they will hatch out. Okay, let's put the frame back in. We don't want to chill the brood, because you have to remember that colonies are basically incubators. Oh, and this one is super duper heavy. I mean, seriously, this is full of honey now. As you can see, guys, let me grab it. Oh, there we go. It's so heavy, at least 2.5 kilograms. And I don't know if you can see the pearly reflections from the individual cells, but it's full of honey. Let's have a try. Let's see what they managed to.
Once again, I want to see that.
Oh my god. Let's try the local Edinburgh honey. Absolutely delicious. Floral, yet delicate. I would say a bit of a tree honey as well to it. And on the other side, the same, full of stars. Those bees have been very, very busy. I must say, I'm very, very proud of them. And this is starting to look great. As you can see, they're working on the honey stores, evaporating excess water in order to maintain the right water content, which is below 20% in majority of the cases, although there are some types of honey that will have a higher water content. And again, something that's great to see, a lot of bee bread stored. They will use it when the new queen will start laying eggs. All right, let's check other frames. There we go, ladies. Okay, nice and easy. No, don't get scared. Go back there. Yes. Very nice. Thank you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here? Again, a few queen cells, but they're open, not filled with the larvae. And again, you can see frame full of brood. There's another queen cell there, but still unhatched. And oh, they're full of royal jelly. I don't know, Gabrielle, do you get it? I'll gently blow away the bees. So we have another 4 or 5 queen cells that are yet to be finished, which means...
It's just on the top of the corner, right?
Yes, here. Which means that we actually might come back next week to more queen cells that we need, and we can harvest them and create further colonies. So it's always good. And then on the other side, more queen cells. Wonderful. And they're all filled with larvae and royal jelly. So this colony is really going for it. They're drafting as many queen cells as they can in order to make sure the future queen, the one that will hatch first, have enough resources in order to develop in her cell a nice and strong queen. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in. We don't want to chill the brood. Same before last. And this one is a... Oh, we have another queen cell. And this one is fully capped. It's right here. It's quite large and substantial. And there is another one here. So as you can see, the bees over the last 3 days managed to cup 3 queen cells. And here we have a quite substantial pattern of drone brood. So the bee boys, the ones that don't do anything that special for a colony apart from eating the honey. And on the other side, another queen cell here and here. I think what we need to do is come back with a little cages for them and make sure that they're not gonna kill each other, because you have to remember that the first queen to hatch will go around the hive and open the other queen cells and kill the another queens, because there can only be one queen bee. Isn't that right, Beyonce? So, mission for this week, we need to come back with our pegs and slide in little cages for each of the queen cells. So when the queen will hatch, she will be surrounded by a bit of bees that will take care of her, but they will not have a chance to harm each other. And the last frame, which is super duper heavy. Oh my god, look at this, guys. Full of honey. This colony is going to be tremendous honey producer. As you can see, we gave them an empty honeycomb and they've managed, no squishy, they've managed to produce a lot of honey. Let's have a try. Dearie me, this is some one delicious honey. Oh, and you'll be able to get it from the Gorgie Farm shop. There you go, guys. I have honey in my hair and the colonies are doing great. I'm so excited that we started working with Gorgie Farm. It's a wonderful, wonderful scenery to set up the bees. There are chickens there, little pigs, ducks. We have some goats as well, donkeys. So this is an absolute great opportunity for our bees to be in Edinburgh and for us to educate everyone about the importance of bees and other pollinators in nature and where the honey comes from, because that's the sweet part of this business. So be on the lookout for next entry in this beekeeping journal, and remember, we have to name the hives, so we're counting on you. Coming up, bee puns allowed. They come with the territory, so don't worry about using the B word in the name. Thank you for watching, guys, and enjoy the honey and be happy.